To view the plant records that you created in the greenhouse, first launch an internet browser. You will need the link given to your teacher that has all your class records. Type that web address into your internet browser. When the page loads, you will find a list of all the partnerships names in your class. Find you and your partner's name and click on it. You will find a list of all your plant records. If you had many records from the greenhouse, at the bottom of your list, you will find page buttons to get to the rest of your plant records. You can now download your photos. You will need to get them from your teacher and copy them onto your computer. Make sure you copy them into a file and remember where that file is kept. I have copied mine to the desktop. Now that your photos are downloaded and you know how to view your plant records online, you need to compare your photos and your plant records to make sure that they match. This is the time when you can adjust and change things to help you when you are entering them into your ebook. To make it easier for yourself to view the plant records and match them to the photos, you may want to resize both windows so that you can see them at the same time on your monitor. Compare your plant records to the photos. Note that your plant records cannot be changed. If any photo numbers and plant records do not match, you must change or adjust the photo numbers so that they match the plant records. For example, as I look through my photos, I have noticed that I have one extra maple leaf geranium photo. I also have 2 pictures for my Swiss cheese plant, where my plant record says I only have 1. Go back and change their photo names. To change their photo name, I right-click and select Rename. You may want to choose to rename extra photos with letters. I have named this one Image 003A. This will make it easier for me to match my photos with my plant records. Then I will go to the Swiss cheese plant, and I'm going to name this Swiss cheese plant Image 0010A. Now any photos that have a letter in their name, I know are extra photos. I can change the names of the other photos so that they match my plant records. When I go back to the beginning, I look at photos 1 and 2 and they match my painted leaf begonia record. Photos 3 and 3A match my maple leaf geranium. Now photo 4 should be my blue echeveria. If that is not correct, I need to rename it so that it says Image 004. Then my water hyacinth should be Image 5 and 6. I may need to rename those as well. Photo 7 should be my tree philodendron. I need to rename that. Photo 8 should be my miniature rose, and that needs to be renamed, and so on and so forth. After I am finished, I want to go back and check one more time to make sure my photo names match my plant records and everything is in order. Make 5 new folders on your computer. Right-click where you want to make the folder and click New Folder. Type in the names for the 5 different patterns you photographed in the greenhouse. You want to have one folder for each type of pattern you photographed: branches, spirals, layers, bilateral symmetry, and radial symmetry. Right-click, click New Folder, and type in the name of that pattern. To organize our photos according to pattern, Use the information from your Plant Records webpage to move photos into the subject folders you just created. My first two photos of the painted leaf begonia are examples of spirals. I will select the two and drag and drop them onto the spirals folder. I can see that my Swiss cheese plant is also an example of spirals. I will click the two of them, or click and drag over the two of them to select them, and drop them into the spirals folder. Again, my air plant is also a spirals example. I will click and drag and drop them into the spirals folder as well. I continue to go through all my photos and dragging and dropping them into their subject folders. When I finished, my Group 1A folder that was originally full of pictures will now be empty. Now you are ready and able to review your photos for each subject. Discuss with your partner which photos you think are best to include in your book. Decide how many photos you want to use on each page as examples of the patterns you observed in the greenhouse. When you have finished, you can watch the next movie and edit your ebook in PowerPoint.